Yes. 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 Honesty has honestly ended my emotional agility. The conclusion to the lesson is that this sensitivity doesn't equate to fragility. Over time, I've lost all my serenity and found my only stability through the faith of our divinity and the unreliability of shaking my affinity for your identity. I'm not struggling with emotional sobriety. I'm investing into myself entirely, even if it's against even if it's against the grains of society and creating a rift between common thought and my spiritual dichotomy. With one exception, I pursue autonomy. Instead of breaking hearts with physical improprieties, preying on a couple's relationship anxieties with intrusive intentions to pursue callously. Let me scoot over. Selling dreams, women, newer fallacies, disguising myself as her desired commodities, depending on the areas in which they lack quality. Look, I'm not interested in. Look, I'm not interested in wasting what you deserve with someone else, ignoring what you earned and lying to myself. My love for you is solidified. With no solidarity in my solitude, I'm passion and anguish personified. I failed in believing I'm caught in emotional kinesis. I can't even read your words without having spiritual and emotional releases. With no one to believe my notion, I express my forlorn existence through verbal thesis. I meant it when we said indefinitely. While lying in my arms, you told me how we're connected spiritually. With saturated eyes, saturated eyes, you said, I found my true identity by the way you love me. I looked back and admitted how I do too, eternally. I made it as far as I'm concerned. Unlike others, between love and lust, they struggle to I made it as far as I'm concerned. Unlike others, between love and lust, the difference they struggle to discern, not seeking the truth in their current relation and constantly in anticipation of the next situation. I've recognized my enchantment in our dynasty. However, I understand that destiny doesn't necessarily promise you to me. And we'll only go as far as our resiliency. Where I am takes a certain amount of bravery to remain true to self for the sake of my own clarity. I knew the horror that forebode me. Accepting a return, which might not be a possibility. I experience happiness and brevity, but what gives me the most verity is to be able to say with the utmost sincerity that I thank God for blessing us with love inherently, that I didn't sell myself a false fantasy, that I didn't risk conceiving with another, regrettably. Transcendent is our unity. Once you earn the rest of me, you own that love indefinitely. If you hold on to your moment of clarity, you'll understand that my prosperity means nothing without your sincerity. I've accepted the life that comes with my commission, knowing that your return isn't based on any precision and that destiny doesn't overpower your own volition. But I do believe in a little religion. And strictly relying on faith causes me mental and emotional division. I drape myself in the love he put in us and find peace in its tension. I was lost whenever I relied on my own vision. It's not that I do any of this on intention. You earned my love without condition, and your absence has left me in perdition. My dreams are now one recurring nightmare. With hourly endings, I'm clutched in insomnia's affair. But a release is not what lies within my daily prayer. I ask for an abundance of blessings for you and a life free from despair. And this journey requires one to suffer, that to give you everything, so life's pains you wouldn't have to give me everything, so life's pains you would never have to bear. I'm always advised to settle and compromise. But I'm not waiting for everyone else to realize every destined love doesn't mean it'll end in forever. Even when we pursued other endeavors, we spoke about this link we could never sever. Hmm. We mutually confess one makes the other greater, and true to my form, your desires I never failed to cater. Sometimes true love may have its moments. Even then, we remained each other's proponents. Every time I lift my head, I hope to see you. I confess in different languages just to get through. My breath, my wings, my love, mi alienta, mis alas, mi amor. People look at me and are trying to uncover why I don't try to find relief inside the frame of another, or that I'm electing to suffer instead of taking time to discover that maybe he just loves it. Lip service. Dominic Gatsby. So, we're in the next episode of Past the Moon Through the Stars tonight. For anybody who's new, anybody who comes back and sees these and doesn't know what it's about, this is really just me operating through some of these poems, which I'll on and off refer to as my verbal mosaics. So I'm not really so much worried about tripping over words and this and the other. All the poems you'll hear me do here and the Past the Moon and Through the Stars are poems that are already posted. So go ahead and go back and check those out. Also, this is really about just getting my tones down, that I want to use my emotions with it. And to be honest, sometimes it's really just therapeutic to just go with it. So I also do listen to music while I do these. So again, thanks for coming. Let's keep it moving. I think we're gonna go into my emotional bag with this one to start out. One took a lot longer than it should have. I gotta think about that. Again, that's why we do these. Me, you reach me. Oh, help me. Not that one. Okay, that's Bonsoir Saint Germain. What I was looking for is 2529 because I want to do that. I believe. Right. No, 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 no. I know what I want to do. Okay. Here we go. Light me to chorus. Forgive me if I have to check my messages because one of my friends is hitting me up a lot today. So, which is fine. Just I check on them. They check on me. So there's that. I love them though. Individuals in the midst of our, excuse me, let me start that over. Individuals in the midst of their own wars. Unbeknownst to you and I, he was about to give us more. I faced my greatest doubt in my ability to handle the encore, and by complete serendipity, he sent you through my door. We backed into each other what seemed at random. I'm still too far over. We backed into each other what seemed at random, trying to fight our own battles while quickly becoming a tandem, matching each other's motions and quickly creating a new meaning of what we saw as devotion, the personification of never fleeting. Unintentionally, we created a team where my life's missions included your dreams. Every battle we fought together, two-soldier army, we still outlasted the weather. We spent our entire relationship surviving God's testaments. Now we're on the side of glory, but the change makes you hesitant. When all we've ever known is how to clear the next plight, we've never known what to do when life's finally all right. Take one leap of faith with me and see how much we've grown. It's safe to be fearless. I'm still protecting your throne. I'll unbuckle your armor while you lay down your sword. The toughest days are over, baby. We can enjoy our rewards. What wouldn't I do for you? I've gone to the Empire State simply to have you in view. Took the red eye to London when your hope needed to be renewed. Silent dances in the streets of Paris, just us silhouetted by the moon. It may not now seem clear. All I'm asking is for more trust. Relinquish your fear while I show you where this can carry us. Ushering you into normalcy, afraid of the unknown. Remember my undying reliability and let that set the tone. Anything you needed, just a simple breath in my direction. Everyone who stood in the way was met with an insurrection. Look, baby, this sweetie, this may not be storybook perfect, but it is for us due to how we work it deep within the surface. We grew with the other as the purpose, sweetie. Unknowingly, a home was created where you'd always be loved, even if the day left you jaded. where you can rest any thoughts that kept you mentally weighted. Be gluttonous in my love, not a moment I would have traded. You whisper to me, this is where your heart resides. There's no other place where you can truly confide. I thank him every day for being our guide and creating us to be the strengths in each other's lives. See, I forgot the name of that one off the top of my head. Parker Barrow. There we go. me, you so to think about. Okay, that's actually the song. Liza on E flat is literally the song I was listening to just to get me in my zone, in my space. I have to get there. Today's been kind of off. And the allergies kicking my butt today. I'm just kind of feel you no rust. Let me see what I want to listen to. I know where I'm going. Okay. Ooh, okay. Is that the one? Let me slow it down a little bit more. You know what? I know this time for me. There we go. Just almost the same song I was listening to, but it's not. Should we pick it up? I think we should. Let's pick it up just a little bit. I don't want to stay in the emotional bag for too long. I'll go back and forth. Oh, then I need to get out of that. I need to be able to snap, bam, bam, just switch them up. Because I got a whole game plan for when I do these live at Busboys again. I want to do a slam next time I go. I've been there once. I've done more like I recited a poem there before once, and I have a whole performance thing. I like live visual like performance that I want to do, and there's 3 poems I have for that. So I want to actually do a slam for that. Let me turn this one down, this song down just a little bit. Up we believe then. Okay. So the last poem I put up is actually called Mosaic. That's not the one you're about to hear, and you might not hear that one tonight. That one is a poem that it took me a minute to write that one. I've been wanting to write that for years, actually. I didn't know what I was going to say. I knew what it was going to be about. I needed to get. It's something that kept me spiritually weighted because one of those things that just affected my life, and it's called Mosaic because my name is actually Isaiah, but it's like I said, I call my poems verbal mosaics. One of my things is I always tell people I can't paint, but I would like to paint word pictures. Like if I could, I want to do it with my words. I want to make visuals that way so people can see it and feel what I'm talking about. And then it's basically more autobiographical, but something more in the heart though, something a little more difficult. So if I wrote an autobiography, it would be something like that. So it's a mosaic, verbal mosaic, but it's more of Isaiah, thus mosaic. So, which is why it's spelled the way it's spelled. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. And please don't be afraid to hate it. And sorry, like I keep telling people, art is subjective anyway. And I'd rather talk about it. It's like, oh, this is trash. It's cool. So, all right, here we go. Oh, okay. I'm gonna start this song over because we're gonna do this one. Okay. Oh yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 Sometimes, oh Lord. Sometimes I get taken there. And sometimes I'm just in my own sexual space. My own sensual space. Both. And sometimes I won't say there are times, it's just I've been caught up in the sense that, I'm not too much of a macho to just say that, and you have somebody just like clamoring, just like struggling, can't even sleep because I'm like, oh my gosh, I need your flavors, basically. All right, here we go. 3, him professing, I'm smitten and I'm begging. Red eye to NY just for a little piece of heaven. Frosted tip lips, baptized, what a blessing. Every time I get to taste your inner thigh, I'm obsessing. Line my throat with your hands, detail your commands. Your eyes connect with mine, I'm induced to your plan. Grasping on your waist because I'm lost in your wealth. You pin my hands back to keep my hands to myself. When you sway with intention, breaking down the suspension. Confessing your conditions, tremors from your affliction, crippled from your condition, crippled from your addiction, coming into remission. Then I put you into submission. We're in a battle of attrition. Read my body language. Engage how much I'm poignant. Hands across your body, and by the way my legs are pointed, I was lost in the abyss. Stimulated bliss. A halt in your breathing, I'm catching tears on your lips. I adjust my rate of speed, decipher all your needs. Eyes open as we leap, I venture more into the deep. Reaching down for your throne, peeling back your collarbone. Friction turns your vocal tones, then you start to ebb and flow. Bracing for how my pelvis rolls and impact my angles toe. Through the depths I control, I'm gonna pull it from your soul. Onto my soliloquy, I kiss towards your divinity and keep my eyes open as I find my serenity. Few things mean more to me. God, some kids and family, than head trips from your ecstasy. When I'm in between your knees, increasing my intensity, you guide my head intently to remember your flavor vividly and tell you what you did to me. Eliminate the metaphors, rip the knob off the door, destroy the handles on my drawer. While spreading love, I implore your supple honey couture, insatiable. I want more, like I never had you before. I'll never feel you no more. But strain on your vocal cords, cover all your contours until you're shaken from your core, evacuating to the floor. I'm dedicated to these nights out, and predicated on your whiteout, eviscerating any new doubt, collapsing on me, lights out, via foot. Via foot. There you go, via foot. In control. Mm. Ooh, I didn't use that line earlier. Golly. So when I write poems, I'll have like a bank of things I didn't say or I wanted to say but just didn't fit, and I'll just save them for later. I might it's rare for me to actually pull from this pool of like random words and lines and stuff like that. But it's just, it's funny when I see that. So anyway, when I come to my I'm not gonna harp on it too long, just in case, I'm sure people who will see this in the future will get tired of me hearing it. But all my sexual poems, and I don't like to, even though I am vulgar, I do curse and this and the other. I don't want my poems to be that way because I feel like that's an easy way out. So what I do is what you just heard. That's me. Oh Lord have mercy. Is it time for some soul food? I think it is. Hold on, there. Oh yeah, that one's at that one's lip service actually. Oh yeah, see, there's something I want to say, but I'm not gonna say that because it's part of one of my poems. But it's just how I feel. I'm gonna go with this one. My current inspiration derives from your intellectuality. Hold on to these words as my actions breathe life into them and create our reality. Find the belief in my eyes that in our moment you're a treasure, not a tragedy. And despite the pace and our tension, with me you would never be a casualty. Collapse those rings. Collapse these rings. What is wrong with my voice? Collapse these wings around me and detail your deepest fantasy. Your quest is my mission, sweetie. Make you lose your sanity. Embrace all your vanities until you speak solely in profanities. Realizing you won't ever have to question this. Realizing you won't ever have to question this decision, personified by the way she exhales, in sync with my physical precision, telling me how this movement was in her vision. Inexplicable, but she believed in her deepest intuition. She was simply just waiting for the perfect conditions. Her words are deeply increasing the power of my intention. With your neighbors listening to the sounds of our collisions, I increase my focus until they feel you lost your religion. Grasp the back of my mind, and as the wall tickles the spine. Don't break physical. Don't fake it. Grasp the back of my mind as the wall tickles your spine. Don't break visual contact as I enter your divine. Trembling from the words I instruct, I'm committed in ways others will reluct, ensuring that you never feel rushed, approaching this as if it'll be the last time we'll touch. requesting my desires, but not one specifics, discovering it on her own and deciphering my hieroglyphics. Decoding through my neck makes me more prolific, riveting through my veins. And now control is shifted. As your shoulders start to shudder and lips start to flutter, you're pulling back the covers, elated, and you stutter as I take this a step further, and you let out another. 2 years of my celibacy, sweetie, negated by your effect on me. Trembling to taste your ecstasy, speaking bilingual effectively, spelling her name carefully while down the line to the destiny. Circles when you lock your knees, X's when you start to plead, moments when you forget to breathe while motioning for you to come to me, arching your neck simultaneously, arching your neck, arching your back simultaneously, even more when you yell for me, heart beating in brevity while releasing the flavor of your sanctity. Without taking a moment to savor, let's proceed into the next behavior. When you lock your arms diagonally across my back passionately, the momentum in my hips drives me immaculately. Hands on your head as you dip down, presenting an altar to honor your crown. Arms on my shoulders, moving rotation, intensifies deeper and within your sensation. We could continue, but I do miss your eyes. Pull back, hold on. We could continue, but I do miss your eyes. I pull back your reins and you say that you're mine. Hands over neck, my arms hold your thighs. Arms hold your thighs. Lifted back up, sternum to spine. Switching positions without touching ground. Carry you upward and slide right back down. Holding my face while receiving your kisses. Forgiving apologies, foolishly resisted. Mixing ingredients in your cinnamon confection, changing depth and direction in our melanin connection. Reading your expressions through the power of my detection. Raising your vocal inflections traps me in your perfection. Oh, I'm gonna do that verse again because I love that line. Like, yes. Actually, I'm gonna back up one, so I want to lead into it. Switching positions without touching ground, carry you upward and slide right back down. Holding my face while receiving your kisses, forgiving apologies foolishly resisted. Mixing the ingredients in your cinnamon confection, changing depth and dang it. Mixing the ingredients in your cinnamon confection, changing depth and direction in our melanin connection. Reading your expressions through the power of my detection. Raising your vocal inflection traps me in your perfection. Continuation to an additional plunge, rolling my hips till I feel your lungs, losing your eyes and biting your tongue. Your nails pierce my flesh when you become undone, tearfully detailing, not wanting to finish. Physically conflicted, but you knew her strength was diminished. Holding me delicately, increasing my motion effortlessly, quivering increasingly, precipitating effectively. She pulls me in closer, ear, center to core, asking me if she's all I ever wished for. Yes, however, you're much more. We wish for what we can't have, what's known, but on an unreachable path. With you, I've found a new wonder, an unmatchable standard, life-altering number. Catching your breath and asking what I want to be, naturally with you, without uncertainty. Reminding you what inspires my vitality is your intellectuality. Bonsoir, Saint Germain. Mm-mm-mm. You love me. Mm-mm-mm. Welcome, Dominic Gatsby. I don't know. I've been working on the branding. I like Dominic Gatsby's always going to be it. You know, I was thinking about Dominic G, but with two E's, but that's kind of, I don't know if I like that. I think I'll just do it with that, with Dominic Gatsby for now. I love it. Dominic's the name I've been going by for a minute. I think I actually started with my changing my pen name. Yeah, that's what it was. Back in 2011, I was deployed and I was on my way back and I was writing Mahogany Part 2 at the time. And I was like, you know what? I need something fresh. I need something new. Something represents what I'm going through, who I am. I'm more mature. I grew up a little bit more. Even that was 8 years ago. But I like Dominic Gatsby because it perfectly represents me. The Dominic of it all just being me, and then the Gatsby as in Jay Gatsby and who he was. And I feel like that's so similar to me. Now let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Oh yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Love you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right. We are gonna jump around just a bit tonight, and I like it. Ooh, what is that song? I had a song I had just put on here the other day, and I wanted to. What was it? I can't remember. Oh no. Maybe it's on this. I have. Okay, that was it. Okay, I don't want that. So what we're gonna do mm, 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 is get our music game up. Yeah. No, not that one. Not that one. Mm. What did I do with it? I'm sorry, y'all. I was supposed to be prepared this time. There we go. There, I couldn't find this playlist, but I found it now. Ooh, do I want that one? Mm, okay, not. We're not going Tyrese yet. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna stick with Raheem right now. I like that one. No, 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 no. I always go to Fire Remake by Alicia Keys and Maxwell because that's my jam. Okay, I like it. Let's do it. Let me turn that one up just a little bit. It just sets the tone. It sets the mood. It sets the vibe. It's just perfect for me. I gotta. Oh, and it just gels. You know what I mean? Mm. am I ready? No, that's not good enough. am I am I ready? Am I ready? There we go. I can just walk into it. Am I ready? No, no, slow down. Am I ready? I can barely keep my hand steady. Ready to settle down. I see it as continuing this adventure with the most profound. Settle what? Oh, it's been a minute since I've done this one. Am I ready? Am I ready? Am I ready? I can barely keep my hand steady. Ready to settle down. I see it as continuing this adventure with the most profound. Settle implies less, of which is impossible because she's the embodiment of the best. Inadvertently leaving each other inspired. Our souls, our spirits continuously lift us higher. We're not settling down. We're entering into the stratosphere, exploring the far reaches of love in our universe, not a kept secret. Put trust in your co-pilot, or you'll never leave Earth. We're venturing past every galaxy. While we have rough edges, what we do disproves the perfection fallacy. What is can't be simulated. Just look in my direction and leave me spiritually stimulated. Speak my name with any inflection, and I'm emotionally satiated. If doubt in the purity of my soul lingers from examples of past non-believers, remove the physical for a year. Anything to make it clear. If need be, make it two. If that's what it takes for you to fully understand what it is to me you do. The monarch of my attraction, they can't even be replacements when they struggle to be a distraction. And trying to convince me that I have freedom. How quickly they learn you still hold the keys to the kingdom. Attempts to introduce me to something new to savor, unfortunately for them. The depths in your hips is already my favorite flavor. I'm starving for the day I return to navigate every layer. Full service. Intentions to navigate you into prayer. Oh, shit. Intentions to irrigate you into prayer. Unwilling to appease unwilling to let's go back to the other day a little bit more. Unfortunately for them, the depths of your hips is already my favorite flavor. I'm starving for the day I return to navigate every layer. Full service. Intentions to irrigate you into prayer. Unwilling to appease other players. Unmatching is the magnetism of our labor. And that's just the start of our sinful behavior. Because praying for my no, because I didn't even throw that in. That didn't sound right. I tried to wing it. Unmatching is the magnetism of our labor, and that's just the start of our sinful behavior. Paying my penitence on the kitchen counter as we turn into each other's physical savior. Your legs rest on my back like a pedestal until your words are fully unintelligible, forcing you to give physical direction of the intensity and how you require my connection. We have the walls crying, sweetie. from the heat of our physical instinct, realizing that we were lying to think that passion was ever extinct, forgetting about past negative spaces, not stopping for a second, even after breaking the bed in 3 places. Don't close your eyes for a second, so I can see how well I'm connected. You let me feel in control, knowing full well you grasped my soul, unknowingly graduating to a better man, attributed to my desire to understand your culture, vision, fears, insecurities. Just trust me, and I'll show you the wealth and your value and endless capabilities. From learning the language I've never known to the dedication my younger self would have never shown. Thieves of each other's love in different ways, and we've been on the run for about 1,600 consecutive days. Parker Barrow, The Heist and the Getaway. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Mm-hmm. No, 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 no. Now we're gonna have to get off the song because this is not hitting right for me. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let me see. Is it time for some Trey? I don't know. We'll do that. I think she's naked in the bed. You are, you are, you are. Mm-mm. Mm, mm-mm, mm. Excuse me. That was really rude of me. Pardon me. Now let's get back to Vic. Mhm. I think it's on the floor now. What should we do? See, as time goes and people want to hang out live with me when we do this, I will take I will look down every now and then to and just ask which one you guys want to go with, which ones you want to hear. Um, these are like sometimes I'll sit here and laugh. Like I can't do it. Like I'll be in complete professional mode if it's like a real performance. But sometimes I will laugh while doing this because they're all anecdotal. These are things that have really happened in my life, and it's not so much the fact that I'll ever give it away, but you know who they're about. A person would know immediately, and it'd be very vivid, obviously. So again, so let's keep it going. I know what I was. You know what? I was looking for something else just a second ago, but screw that. We're gonna keep this going. I wish I knew what I do with soul food, baby. Oh, there it is. Oops, I just gave it away again. There it is again. Actually, I don't even want to do that one. I said it again, but I don't want to do that. I'm gonna do one before, and then we're gonna keep it moving. Mm. Thank you again for ever watching this. Any bit of it. I know they're all long, but these are chill times. Positive vibes. It's dope. Limits. I really do believe in like love. I do. It is a really huge part of who I am as a person, if not everything. And I feel like it's that passion, not to get preachy. I'm not a Bible thumper. I feel like anyone can, believe what they need to believe for themselves, whatever makes them happy. As long as it doesn't hurt people, they're all right. But for me, I feel like God puts that passion in me on purpose, and I got to follow it. It's painful though. It is, but that's me. I'm a true lover, and not so much as like just spread it. I will love people truly, yes, but then there's the true love of it all. I'm gonna leave that one there. But anyway, like I said, it's just something. It's a way that I was built, and that's how my life goes. And you know, love is my religion, and I was built as an alchemist, mending broken hearts and shattered dreams. In due time, I'll help rebuild your self-esteem, breathe life back into your heart, and restore your faith. And all I ask is for an honest opportunity, and I'll remind you why you even believed in the first place. Passion is my drug. My soul needs to first capture your mentality, slowly making you a casualty of my sensuality, breaking your belief that this level of intimacy was a fallacy, and rewrite everything previously thought impossible in reality. Prepare yourself for love's renaissance, where those who brought you pain are seeing nothing more than a subtle nuance. Physicality is my direction, in the sense that I never want you to feel you're without my protection. From the deep inhale resulting from a welcoming kiss upon your face, to the shuddering exhale as you collapse into my embrace, encroaching yourself on my chest and getting lost in in my fragrance. Souls are connected so well that our hearts beat in cadence. Pleasure is my identity. Seldom disclosed to the masses, made principle to limit attention from sexually cavalier classes, bearing the advantage of an intellectual connection. Music less moments of passion only need your vocal inflections, unwavering missions to reach uncharted depths of your soul, finding the balance between aggressive and reserved while we switch roles, catering to your requests and physical response, on these reactions, focused on those reactions you felt were impossible or ensconced. Forever is my focus, sweetie. You gave me my chance and I presented my best case to take our time and receive this endless love at a steady pace. I'm not in a hurry to I'm not in a hurry because I believe we're building a masterpiece. And we both learned that love done quickly surely ends in defeat. Just believe in me in this endeavor, and through the eyes of our children may our love live to see forever. Believe in me, you, us, Dominic Gatsby. Never she said. Oh man. Continuing with this love piece, I feel like I also believe wholeheartedly that, regardless of how difficult things can get, when it's truly that the true love that you share with somebody or you have for somebody, I feel like, stuff is gonna hurt. It's gonna get tough. It's gonna feel like you're getting dragged through the street and thrown in a basement, and then the floor is gonna fall from under you after that. But as difficult as things can get, I feel like when you just focus on that love you have in you for somebody else, well, at least when I do, it's fulfilling. You know, I know it's kind of like a iffy thing because it's like, well, it's not why you go. No, yeah, it is. At the same time, those are the things that make me feel the purest amount of happiness. It like literally warms me as like in my spirit, you know. And I remember when I first started, I realized this for myself, right? And I remember when my life was in squalor, painting from multiple afflictions. You were the remedy, God's direct prescription. Both pairs of hands are needed to conquer this recipe with generous servings of understanding to mold this intelligently. Although we're eager to master the meal's intricacy, we're patient enough to approach the task delicately. An unsteady beginning due to our raw emotions, best meals are made extraordinary through unbridled love and devotion. Excuse me. The effort sacrifice transformed my pain and her innocence into an incomparable love experience. Teach me the way to your heart and all the ingredients you'll need. So long as you believe in me, I assure you will make this better than anyone perceived. Thought invoking love that doesn't follow a standard procedure. Uniqueness is our goal, which means we are each other's teachers. May your days be forever extraordinary and your focus on happiness continue to bring evil hearts to glory. May everyone feed off your energy as you brighten their days, showing them the power of positivity, inspired by your presence and genuine mentality. They can now focus on the positive instead of a harsh reality. A domino effect emerged from your robust vitality. An example of what love can be when not handled callously. You're a star. Without stars, there's a void, and the heavens will be lightless. Without light, the planets would be cold and remain lifeless. Without life, we couldn't even imagine loving a world mindless. Unknowingly, your star makes the world better, and that's timeless. You brought warmth to my soul when all I knew was love's bitterness, and stopped the pain with love that was relentless, the personification of all love ever given in life. I stand even stronger today because of your belief, his might, soul food. Now you know what soul food is to me. Like true love is to me is spiritual soul food. You know, spiritual soul food, the comfort food. When life's gonna get crazy. Work, school, education, like anything, and it's just like sometimes you just want to go into like your place of solitude with the person that matters the most, or just call them, or just like just somewhere. I need that person's voice, that person's face, something, anything, just an email or something, and it just puts peace to your entire universe. You know, um, that's real. So, but I'm corny though, so there's that. She's naked in the bed. You are. I can be whatever she says. And okay. I'm getting prepared. Don't want to go. See, I got out of my emotional bag. I'm about to go back into it because I want to do that poem. We're gonna do it. It's really my. Yeah, I know exactly what's gonna work for this. Standing in the girl, like when I'm home, pale, home, girl. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, ooh, ah. Something, no lead. Just, I would love to turn a lot of these into like actual songs, but like I say, I can't sing. Not well enough. I can probably guide people to the notes, but that's my whole thing. Is I would love to work with other people who write and or sing something. Just put it into we'll just put it in music and just display it like that. But until then, I'll do it as performance art myself. Live in the city, around the city and whatnot, and go from there. Forget a lead. I know you should say it at the end, but this one's called 2529. I was actually listening to Prince at the time. He has a song, I forgot, it's like 30, 31 something, something, something. And that's why this is 2529. I don't just throw random words out there. Every title to every poem has its own meaning. And the people of whom they're about will know that. So let's do it. I'm just gonna keep it going. I know I was drinking, like I was sharing with somebody. It's not common to be gifted with the second chance, which is why I start every day on bended knees and folded hands thanks thanks and to request my creator to continue guiding me in a loving behavior. My greatest weakness is your heart. Inspiration for my improvement from the very start. I commit to you. Complete emotional transparency. Even when misguided, you knew they're based in honesty. My greatest strength, giving me a tangible calm. When I'm filled with angst, you remind me of my resolve. The faith in your lips demolishes my demons. Trials seemingly apocalyptic are now just past seasons. I'm miles from perfect, and that's scary to me. Even if impossible, I won't stop trying to be. You're uncertain about the route to our. You're uncertain about the route to. You're uncertain about the route to our destination. We walk together, and actions show my dedication. Were there to be another, I'd have to retire. Not a woman in this world can recreate what built our fire. When I lost everything for the 2 years, you kept me inspired. With that example alone, no one could ever reach higher. I ask for a chance to sit near your throne and provide everything you need so you feel at home. I ask for you to just let me feed your soul with compassion, make your meals in your favorite fashion, and bathe you when you're sick or desire love in a surely intimate fashion. I want to believe there's a love fantastic between us. I feel it, unbreaking, one that's elastic. I want to spend my life as the instrument of your healing, quelling your strife, reassuring your dreams have no ceiling. It's truly that simple. I love to see you dreaming. A farewell kiss on your temple. Happy to see your visit is relieving. If you let me, I'll always try. And through every step of the journey, I'll show you why. I will adore you. Goodness, I've been in my feelings all day, and then I went back into my emotional bag as soon as I get out of it. Ain't that something? That's me though. So, uh, I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. You making love to you, hurt you for me, getting ooze. Yeah, that was terrible version of the trait. Yeah, yeah. I can't do it right now. Yeah. I don't know. We might call it short tonight. What is it? 6 o'clock. I don't want to go to 5 to 6 anymore. Uh, let me. You know, let's look. All right. So I do have more coming. Um, more poems in the works. Oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with this tonight. I have more poems in the works. I have like 2 or 3 that aren't finished. And I'm once I get them done, they'll be out. I always like I said in the beginning, I always like to finish them first and then put them out. I don't like if I haven't read through it, I don't like doing it yet. You know, if I don't have a finished product before I go through the how well I can make it, I'm gonna make sure I have one that's good and they're getting better. And I finally found my way to to pace. You know what? We'll end with mosaic. Okay. Like I said, this one's already I just keep repeating myself on that. This one is the newest one as of November 3rd, 2019. Yeah. I'm not gonna go into that one further. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Hold on. All right. Okay. You're where I was supposed to be protected, where I was most affected. Wait, is that really? Yeah. Wait. No, this isn't it. Hold on. Whew. Excuse me. I don't know how the hell that just happened. This song, Emma, would love this. Oh, we are gonna do mosaic. I just gotta find out what the hell I did with it. Oh, actually, sometimes I'll check my YouTube to see because I will save the poems up there. I stopped doing it for a little while, then I started doing it again because of stuff like this I would lose it. So it's like having a backup to the backup to the backup. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Since the day that I crested, life manifested. My memories infested with how I was tested from where I was supposed to be protected. My life I detested. The way we were affected, 32 years to profess it. How could I be blessed and still end up molested? With more consistency than my heartbeat's intensity. From the pain that was bred in me, the hate that you handed me, convinced of insanity, that I'm estranged from humanity. While others were taught their essentials, what you brought was more eventful, more detrimental, evil, demonic, resentful. A lifetime of foreboding, intertwined with self loathing. Ligature marks left on my neck from my death and my lucid dreams. Consumed with regret from neglect, I confess I was a severed teen. Cuts on my wrist, my wish transitioned into my bliss. Consuming those pills till my soul could no longer exist. At 7 or 8, I was able to deliberate with my own conscience. Compare your lessons with my moral responses. Took more years to escape your deplorable nonsense. In God, I had to believe for my sense of relief. My truth was built in deceit. And in that doctor's seat, 27, I was able to see how that one victimized me. We're talking survivals. Mistrust is your idols. Not an ounce of reprisal. Just tell me, what did I do to earn the hate that's inside you? Felt I was a weaker man. Spent far too long trying to right your wrongs. Rebuild what was strong, and now one's gone. If you're wondering who was outed, I opted to keep my anecdote shrouded with names mentally clouded because regardless of family or a neighbor's sick vanity, it's about how they branded me and finally able to speak about it candidly. Mosaic, Dominic Gatsby. Thanks for tonight, for just hearing me. For the very least, being there as a vent, anything that might have been going on today, all week, and just get my emotions out through in my work. Thanks for sharing the space. And I don't even know what else to say. I thought I had a sign off, but I can't remember anymore. So I'll just say this much. If there's somebody that you do love, I don't tell people what to do, so do it as you will. Just think about when it's gonna get rough. Are you gonna listen to other people or gonna listen to your emotions? I don't think it's too much to say to. I don't care if you're man, woman, or what. Doesn't matter. I just feel like that's a sign of maturity anyway. And I tell people I don't really do unsolicited advice, and I definitely don't do relationship advice. I just tell people really two things. One, there's only you. You've lived life the way you have, responded to life the way you have, which which means there's literally only one you. Nobody like you. Might be similar. No one like you. The same thing for whoever your partner is. No one like them. Which means you two have something that nobody else has. So while people might have something positive to say or direction, at the end of the day, I tell people you two have to figure it out because nobody else is gonna have the answer but y'all. While I am working to be a psychiatrist, at the end of the day, it's more that's facilitating the conversation, help it, people figure it out. And I'll also say, I know there's a lot of fear that comes with it. I'm scared as hell in the stuff I'm going through right now. But I can't say I've ever found fulfillment in any time I didn't follow my emotions and that I wasn't honest with them. It wasn't the same because it can't be the same. All I know is at the end of the day, I gotta follow them to the depths of to straight to hell if I have to and back. I don't even know where I was going with that. All I know is just be real with yourself. Be emotionally open and honest. Yeah, and have the truest love out of that. I don't know. I can't even think about it. I'm such in a space. It's like the hurt space I just came out of with that poem, and then the emotionally happy space, emotionally low space. That's me. So be your true selves. And that's what I was saying about people who want to tell you how to handle it. At the end of the day, they don't have to live with the consequences of what they said. You do. I tell people I have to look myself in the mirror. I can't do that if I'm doing what other people told me. I can't do that if what that person told me was terrible advice and they wake up the next day, they can move on from it. Me, I have to live with those consequences for however long I do. So I'd rather know that was my fault if I make mistakes, if I said something wrong, if I did something wrong. So anyone who doesn't encourage me to talk it through and stay true to myself, I just don't listen to them. And I stop them, stop right there. Anyway, love y'all. Have a great night. Like I said, go back and listen to all the other ones. Set in separate playlists, kind of self-explanatory. The verbal mosaics of finished products. Past the moon and through the stars are all of these. Yeah. Like, dislike, subscribe. Comment, let me know what you think. If you have stuff, I would love to hear it too. Don't put the links all in the comments and all that stuff. Just tell me that you're right. You right too, and I'll just look at your page. That's it, and we'll talk about it. Cool. All right. Enjoy your night. I'm dragging that on. Peace.